To be honest, if this is just some subsumes that simply works on Rhino, I wouldn't have made a video about it because that's the norm. Practically everything works on Rhino anyways. What's special about this one? To start it off, Brightbonnet, or Funny Shroom in this case, is no-cost subsume. It provides a buff of 20% power strength at base and 10 energy per 3 seconds or each time you bounce on it, which is 33% weaker than the original. What's cooler is that the shroom can have its power strength buff double if you strike it with no-cost 4th or Abu-Sep in this case. This allows us to reach a 200% strength buff cap, also 33% lesser than the original variant. Immediately you can tell that Raw absolutely appreciate the power strength increase, because who's to say no towards a 329% Raw? You can push this so much further, but this is already enough for me. The additional energy economy is also beneficial for Rhino Stomp. Like, more energy generation is always better. Speaking of, for energy generation methods, common choices like Nourish is just not that suitable for Rhino. The fact that you had to battle against Raw since it favors DOT more than Viral, and this makes everything tricky. If you want better energy generation, you had to all in power strength, which indirectly ruins your DOT output. The viral wave also can make utilizing enemy damage way harder than it needs to be when they struck your sentinel. A bit anti-synergy even, as you can tell. But if you go other energy generation methods that focuses only on energy regen, notably dispensary, outside of Rhino Stomp focus builds, you better off just use Equilibrium instead, because Rhino is just not energy hungry enough that he needs a subsume slot dedicated to it. Brightbonnet allows just as good, if not better, energy generation that doesn't go against what Rhino thrives at, while providing additional benefits that he will greatly appreciate too. And that leads us to a more obscure use of this bouncy shroom. Remember when I talk about Iron Skin, I mentioned that moving around or making use of movement is essential for Iron Skin. Bouncing on top of the shroom prolongs Iron Skin incredibly well too. Enemies have a much harder time hitting you, and in a way prolongs the uptime of Iron Skin. As you can see, even a 3 seconds worth of enemy fire can suddenly feel long. Adding on top of, you can spam Rhino Storm like nothing due to the insane energy economy it provides. You just got yourself an ability that managed to provide all Rhino's base abilities meaningful stats that truly matters. Even though the bouncing perk is only applicable in wider tile sets, but it is also the place where enemy fire is the strongest, as there are no covers. Due to you constantly bouncing up and down, your weapon choices are limited as well, leaving only AoE weapons being the optimal choice here. Yeah, no shit. Build wise, strength mods, range mods, augment, duration, 3 ability strength, 1 ability duration, and 1 casting speed are shards, the usual. In conclusion, Brightbonnet is a very great choice on Rhino, not because of how strong the subsume itself really is, but its unobstructive nature on top of providing great benefits that Rhino appreciates is what really selling the subsume here. You can have a raw percentage that is not really accessible on top of practically endless energy and an easy method of prolonging Iron Skin without much effort too, if play around. Its only notable downside is that it is highly ineffective for missions that wants you to move quickly. Missions like Exterminate and other quick missions are places where said subsume really struggle to find its place to be worthwhile. But for endless missions, this subsume is undeniably an amazing choice. And that's all for today. See you all next time. Goodbye.